Hi guys, I'm Dale Stiles, and this is my Week 1 video discussion number 1 for Communications 3613 Intercultural and Cybercultural Communications at Mid-America Christian University. The first part of this video discussion is to relate what we think of when we hear the word culture. Well, for me, I think of the time that I spent in the Navy. In the Navy, when we were at sea, our culture was life at sea. We had our own rigid set of rules that we abided by to maintain order and discipline, and very specific goals that needed to be met to succeed in our mission. Each ship is divided into departments based on the different jobs and positions that are required for the ship to complete its mission. To me, the way the ship is divided illustrates a small cross-section of how cultures and co-cultures exist on a larger scale. Even though we're all in the same 500 feet of space, our routines are drastically different based on what we did. We even dressed differently. Those who worked in the engine rooms wore fire retardant coveralls and carried water bottles to stay hydrated. I worked in spaces where electronics needed to be kept cold, so I always had a jacket handy and drank lots of coffee. However, during meal times and after normal working hours, we would all gather together, and to me, this illustrates intercultural relationships. We weren't just from different states and cultures within our communities, we were now part of different cultures and co-cultures on the same ship, sailing to foreign lands where we interacted with people that were even more different than we were. We all shared our experiences of how we grew up and the cultures that formed us, and we mashed it together. To me, those experiences are what I think of when I think of the word culture. The second part of this discussion was the actual question, and that was to answer who I am interculturally. Well, I'm the eldest of 3 kids. My parents were both accountants. My grandparents drugged me to church, and I was saved at the tender age of 9. I was strong in my faith during my teen years, but for reasons that I can't explain, and literally a week before my 18th birthday, I wandered away from the church, dropped out of high school, and a few years later, joined the military. While in the military, I got married, had 3 kids, and slowly stepped up the ranks. Along the way, I returned to my faith and led my family according to the scriptures. Just this year, my wife and I celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary, and my youngest graduated from high school. Also, while in the Navy, I became a subject matter expert on radar and computers, and now that I've retired, I'm a computer technician. Also, while in the Navy, I wrote sermons each week during deployments and answered difficult questions about relationships, especially on those long deployments. I ride a Harley and belong to a motorcycle ministry called Christian Motorcyclists Association. I take lots of pictures and gently edit them so that they look amazing. So, who am I? I am a child of the living God, a son, a brother, a husband, a father, a friend, a neighbor, a shipmate, a leader, a minister, counselor, a veteran, a geek, a biker, a photographer, a student, but mostly I'm a servant. And if I ever lose sight of that, most of what I just listed will fall away, all but one. I will still be a child of the living God. I hope y'all have a blessed day.